together for Q. And you look at his life and you see all his accomplishments, but you think about what this man has been through. He's developed an incredible soul. We're all born with one, but his has been sculpted. And it's been sculpted by pain and by pleasure. He's faced everything you can imagine. The pain of poverty, violence, the challenges in his family that most people can never even imagine early in his life. Being in a position where he faced injustices and racism, but somehow, in spite of all that stuff, all Q's made of is love. That's it. You look at who he is and you say, a soulful man who's got style like nobody else, a man who laughs from his soul, from his heart, and is always trying to give, the most generous human being that I've ever known in my life, and I can say that sincerely. They broke the mold when they made Q, and we're here tonight to honor him, so please give a big hand for Quincy Jones, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna bring out his award. We can bring out his award. By the way, most of us know Quincy as Q. Big welcome. There he is.
This is my baby brother here, Tony. You see something else? How do you like the percussion back there tonight? Is it happening? And those girls, I couldn't get to see enough of them. Thank you. Muchas gracias, mi hermanita, hermanito, con todo mi corazón. I don't know why they picked me tonight. I'm glad they did. I'd like to, again, thank you, Tony. Always a pleasure, baby. This man is so beautiful. With Tony Robbins. When he first built his home in Fiji years ago, he let us stay there before he stayed there. It was amazing because my daughters were there, and we had Aliyah. Aliyah went with us over there. And it's, I'll never forget him. He's the best. And it is a great honor for me to be here with you tonight for this amazing tribute. That you would deem me worthy of receiving the Unity Through Music Award humbles me beyond words. And I just like to say, basically, we all believe in the heart of art is in the living, and the heart of living is in the loving. And it's about coming together and getting this thing done today. And I love Global Gumbo. That's my thing. I'm often asked why giving back and trying to help others is so important to me, and the answer is very simple. It is who I am, it is what is in my DNA. Maybe it's because of coming from the biggest African-American ghetto in America, in Chicago, 5 million people during the Depression. That'll get you started real quick. So you never forget where you came from. And growing up in the south side of Chicago during the Depression, I know firsthand what it is like to feel that there's no way out of the misery. I have my medals to prove it. I got a switchblade through my hand when I was 7 years old. I was nailed to a fence, but I got over with it. And was fortunate enough to find a way out of the darkness through music. And just as importantly, find men and women who took the time to care, to nurture, and encourage my dreams by sharing their knowledge of the music business and life. People like Ray Charles, people like Clark Terry, like Ella Fitzgerald, Count Basie, who adopted me at 13, and he said, young blood, it's about the hills and the valleys. Hills being a metaphor for success, and the valleys, when it's not so good, that's when you find out who you are. Dizzy Gillespie, Lionel Hampton, many others that put me on their shoulder, Vinnie Carter. But one of the most valuable lessons of all of these wonderful souls provided me was that none of the successes mattered if you weren't able to use the fruits of those successes to help others. And there was no greater unifier in the universe to do that. Bono and I always say that all celebrity is currency, and you have to learn how to spend it, because that's all you can do with it. Doesn't have any other meaning. Today, the world is flat. and as citizens of the world, now more than ever, we all need to care and help those who are less fortunate. The only time you look down on someone is to help them get up. That's all that's important. And from a little kid, we always used to say, and today, is my piece of bread only belongs to me if I know everybody else has a piece, and nobody else has to starve while we eat. You know, that's a misconception of other stuff. From the favelas to Brazil, where we're going next year, to the orphanage to Cambodia, where we built 2 hospitals, the landmines in Colombia, the villages of Africa, Kigali. We were with President Paul Kagame last night, and we went over there for the anniversary of the genocide. And right here at home, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. And you can't be a spectator. You can't just look at it. There can be no excuse for any child on this planet to be hungry, be struck down by this disease, or to feel fear going outside because of a raging genocide. As I said, the landmines in Colombia, and I know the ambassador down there. I know in my heart that if we all come together collectively, that we can change the fatalistic reality of every child on this planet that is plagued by poverty, plague or war, landmines, that we can instill in them a sense of hope, that we can be the air between them, that we can help them soar and achieve all of their dreams and aspirations. Nelson Mandela, we just saw him in London for his 90th birthday, and he's, for 38 years that I've been with him, he's always told me about the spirit of South Africa, which is Ubuntu. Ubuntu, moto timoto kavato, means that the collective is always more important than the individual, and I love that. That's what helped them get to apartheid, and to see that country get through all of the things they've been through. And the same with Kigali, hopefully it'll happen. None of us can claim that whatever successes we've achieved were done on our own. No way. It was with God's will, with the help of those who cared enough to take the time to put us up on their shoulders, and a little luck that we sit here today. To me, it's not a lot to ask to give as much back as I don't want to roll on here. I'd just like to thank Alexander Vickers for his energy, love, caring. Alessandro Guarneri, little Tulsi Cheka, who was the one that introduced me to this organization, Tulsi. Tutu. John Wilson, the fantastic members of Pilgrim, and all of you here this evening, they come out to give up, I love you for that. I really love you for it. For this wonderful award and tribute, and I pledge to all of you, I will never stop working to honor what it represents and never let you down. Tony, God bless you. Muchas gracias.
This award was designed for you, and it represents your worldview, Q. It's done by this man as the artist who put this together with no borders and the whole world connected by the fabric of music. The worldview of what you have, the fabric of love.
It's a pleasure to do this work. It really was. It was just a depiction of the world that I thought you would appreciate. So, congratulations.
Let's give it a big hand, ladies and gentlemen, please.